So I'm rebuilding the 4L60E in this truck, and while I have it out, I'm going to do the rear main seal just as preventative maintenance. And I wanted to make this quick video about rear main seals in general, not just in this specific motor, because you can see there's a lot of stuff that has to come out to get to this rear main seal. And while installing the rear main seal seems pretty simple, a lot of people can do it wrong, and then you'll end up in a situation where you have to take everything apart again just to replace the rear main seal, and you really want to avoid that. So let me talk about Teflon rear main seals. All right, I've got a 2003 Oldsmobile Bravada here with the Smart Track system. That's what Oldsmobile calls the all-wheel drive. These came with the 4.2 liter straight six from Chevy. A lot of people don't know that the six-cylinder is a straight six, but when you come back to the back of the motor here, you can definitely tell that it is straight. I wanted to make a video about this rear main seal here because I was trying to find more information about it and I really couldn't. These are kind of like the LS style, except they don't use a gasket here. On your LS, there's a metal gasket that kind of looks like a valve cover gasket or a timing cover gasket. These do not use that. In this case, I bought a rear main seal. This is a Molly from O'Reilly's. Open up the box here. They give you 3 tubes of this Molly RTV. This is aluminum silicone sealant. So as you can see from the factory, these motors do not have a gasket on this rear main plate. That is not the only unique thing about these rear main seals. The material they are made of is different. These are PTFE or Teflon. Now you'll recognize that from your non-stick cookware. It is the same material that makes cookware non-stick. And what do you do with that? You don't use any oil. So you don't use any oil on this rear main seal. I know that's kind of counterintuitive. A lot of us are taught when we install a seal that we have to lubricate it or else it will prematurely fail. However, these Teflon seals will fail if you lubricate them. They must be installed dry. But you can see there's not even an oil pan gasket on this Atlas motor. It's just RTV. And similar to the LS, there's a crossover here because on the LS motors, your cam is right here. And then that's a very common internal oil leak is the seal around here goes bad and then you get oil pressure loss out the back cover here, just right back into the to the drain, into the pan. So that's not really an issue with these, I suppose, because there's the camshaft, so it's above it's an overhead cam. It's a dual overhead cam. There's 6 rod right back there. I can actually touch it. Feels like a rod. Kind of looks like a wet spaghetti noodle. So I'm going to go ahead and reinstall or install this new rear main seal and cover. And your starter's all the way up here. This is just very odd if you're used to LS stuff. It's an inline engine, it's an overhead cam, it's a dual overhead cam, it's a 4-valve per cylinder engine. Really is a departure from the traditional thinking of Chevy truck motors. They couldn't depart from, unfortunately, was the stupid 4L60E transmission. So there's a quick little video about Teflon seals in general, Teflon rear main seals. If your seal says PTFE as the main material, not to lubricate it when you install it. And then I go on to ramble about the 4L60E transmission that came out of this truck, but that's going to be a whole separate video on why this transmission failed. If you enjoyed this short little video and you want to see more like it, consider subscribing, and thank you for watching.